What is up, everybody? It's your boy Trey 50 Daniel, and I'm disappointed again. Of course, today the launch of the AMD Radeon RX 6800 and 6800 XT graphics cards, and I tried my hardest to get one, but unfortunately, it wasn't in the cards. I got it in my cart on the AMD site. Literally went through the checkout process, got to the final step, and then clicked checkout, and it sent me through some confirmation page, but I think it was just redirecting me to tell me that they were out of stock. So, and the site was crashing multiple times. When I was refreshing, trying to make sure that, because it would give me an Nginx error, server error, I would refresh the page, and then if I refreshed a little bit too quickly, it would seem to assume that you're a bot. So it gave you an access denied message, said you can't access the site, cleared my cookies and cache, and then I was back in, and then I went through the process again, and then I would be able to finally get to the end of the checkout process. And what I did, like I said, it went through, but then it told me that they were out of stock. So yet again, they're bungling this, and I kind of want to just talk about these paper launches and just kind of rant a little bit about it, because I don't see the point of this. I don't see the point of acting like there's low or no stock. I don't see the point of acting like this is all there is. I don't see the point of really limiting all of this so much. Most of the people who are really getting their hands on them a lot of times are going to physical retailers and actually able to get them when physical retailers actually have any on site. So a lot of physical retailers, because of the Rona, are going through, and they're just making you go through a pickup process or something like that. I know a lot of people were saying through Target you would have to order for like PS5 or Xbox Series X. Through Target, you would have to order as pickup in your store to be able to get it, and you would be able to get it same day apparently. So there were a lot of people who did something like that. There are a lot of online retailers that are following somewhat of a similar structure, or they're just selling direct and they're gonna ship it to you. But the biggest thing that I don't understand is why that from the whole supply chain. All these supply chains are completely disrupted. I assume they're completely disrupted, because if not, there's no excuse. I don't understand why if AMD says, "Hey, we're gonna make X number of cards," and then we can say we're on track to produce X number more, so you can go ahead and sell those. And if they just say, "Hey, we're only gonna sell 1,500 of these," or something like that. Maybe for the reference cards, for the AMD cards specifically, they may be doing them in very limited quantities. But I'm hoping next week, when the actual partner cards from like Asus and then all these other companies like Gigabyte and all them are, whenever they get their version of the AMD Radeon RX 6800 and XT variant, that they're going to be in a lot more plentiful quantities, hopefully. Now that's definitely wishful thinking, because as you've seen lately, they go out of stock. Everything's been going out of stock, from the PS5, the Xbox Series X, the RTX cards, all of them. I mean, from the 3090 to the 3080 to the 3070, and then now the AMD Radeon cards are completely out of stock. So nothing seems to be able to meet the demand and be able to counter a lot of the botting that's going on. So there's a lot of suggestions, a lot of things going on. Some people were saying that they were able to get one of the AMD cards through because they signed up with the newsletter, and that gave them a secure link to where they could go ahead and direct buy before everyone else. I guess sort of a reward perk for being a loyal member or whatever. So that was something, and maybe that helps some of those people. But for the vast majority of consumers, we didn't know that you're supposed to subscribe to a newsletter to be able to buy the card. You assume that if a product's going to be available, it's going to be widely available, ready for the public whenever they say that it's actually going to launch. So, I mean, even you can't cut any of these companies any slack on this case. I mean, from Sony, Microsoft, and then Nvidia and AMD, all of them are complicit in this nonsense. They're all in on this nonsense. It's ridiculous. But the biggest thing to me is why are they saying basically that all of these are just out of stock and eventually they're going to restock? Why are we not having a queue system? If I really want the card, can I not just buy it online, whatever retailer that I can get it at? And they have a queue system. They know how many cards they're going to get ahead of time. That would be a good thing, because if they know how many cards they're getting ahead of time, and I think this may be just confusion for confusion's sake, because they don't want to allow people to leak how many cards they have. But and I think that's part of it, is they're trying to sow some confusion in order to make it sort of chaotic, so that way bots can't do it. But if you knew how many if you knew exactly how many you're sending to the retailer, if you knew exactly how many are going to be restocked at the retailer, if you can continually keep that tally updated, and then you can have people be able to sign up for a queue, and they can queue up for the next card. And even if you don't have to charge my payment information, but just let me queue up for the card. I think from what I understand, EVGA, if you sign up for their Notify, that they have sort of a queue system that whenever the cards come available for like recently with the 3070 and 3080, I signed up for the 3070 just in case, because if I don't get a Radeon card, I may just go with the 3070, because they're both similar quality, and definitely with the Nvidia, they're going to have a lot better software with the broadcast and all of those features. But I really wanted to get my hands on an AMD card and try it out. I've been Team Green the whole time that I've had a PC, so I was looking forward to trying out the new AMD cards. They look really good. The performance looks nice, and I was just hoping for some better. A better launch. I was hoping for a better launch for that. But as you can see, we clearly didn't get that. We clearly didn't get a better launch. And it's frustrating because, like I said, there's no reason you can't allow people to queue up to purchase these items. And you can always, send them a link. And if you are a specific retailer, I think part of this helps all the retailers. Because if one retailer doesn't have it, a lot of people go to another retailer, and that's kind of sucks, because some people are buying from not so reputable retailers just because they're trying to get these cards. I don't know. It's just really screwy to not have a system in place where people can, when there's a new product, that they can securely be able to purchase the product and be able to get it in the hands of a real consumer, as opposed to somebody who's trying to buy it and they want to scalp it. Now, I don't have a problem with the scalpers. A lot of people may be mad at scalpers. I'm not mad at the scalpers. I'm mad at the people developing the system that's not allowing people to queue up and be able to get a card, and for them having sites that crash because people like me, I get all the way to the payment confirmation, and it acts like it's going to confirm my payment information, and then it just says that they're out of stock. So a lot of those processes are ridiculous. If you allow me to get it in my cart, why can other people get it in the cart? I really think that the stock wouldn't be tied to how many are in carts, because if you put I think they're part of it is they're trying to mitigate people just leaving one in their cart for like a week. But I really don't see that happening. I don't know. Maybe they have more data than I do, but I don't see people keeping getting a 6800 or a 3070 in their cart and then just leaving it for like a week. I just don't see that happening. It would be kind of ridiculous. And anyways, if you just had a time some kind of cache system or refresh system on the cart. So basically, if you just had some timing on the cart for people to check out when they put an item in their cart, then maybe that mitigates that problem. I don't have all the solutions. I'm not gonna say that I know everything about it, but I do think that there are a lot of ways that they could look into to be able to get these new products and especially the graphics cards, get them in the hands of real consumers, and don't let this lose to bots and these scalpers that are trying to get these. It's unfortunate. It's gonna keep happening, and it's gonna become a big part of buying new tech products going forward. It's happened with almost all of the new tech launches, from the CPUs. I mean, when even the CPUs they're pretty good and they're going to be in high demand, but when even these new CPUs by AMD are really just being bought, crushed by the bots, it gets really discouraging for anyone who wants to actually have a product. And I guess maybe you just have to wait now and wait for wider availability and wait for them to ramp up production. But who knows if they're going to be able to do that with the state of the world right now. I don't know. We're going to have to see going forward how this plays out. I'm probably going to see maybe next week if I can just get one of the partner cards, maybe by going to a Micro Center. I have one that's a couple hours away. That's not convenient. It's definitely not convenient for me to have to drive a couple hours out of my way. If it was closer, I'd be more considerate of it. But the driving like 2 hours and possibly having to stay overnight is just not really going to be fun. But if it gets me what the item that I'm trying to get, then maybe so be it. I guess I don't know, but time will tell to see how they start handling this going forward. If you have any thoughts about it, if you have any suggestions for what they should do, I definitely want to hear everybody's thoughts on this. I'm really tired of these paper launches, and I say paper launch. I know people get these products. I know that there are legitimate people who got a legitimate product. I know because someone got 2 Xbox Series X's and then I got it from them. Luckily they allowed me to buy it at retail. Most people wouldn't do that, but that's that's how it's going to go, and we just need to figure out a way, and maybe these companies will implement ways that are beneficial to consumers to be able to buy the products that they're looking for. Anyways, y'all weigh in down on the comments below, and like the video if you've enjoyed the discussion, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing some more discussion stuff, and then maybe if I get one of the cards, I may do like an unboxing or something, just to kind of show what the new card looks like. I don't know. Like, I'll probably take what I can get if I do get one, but let me know what you think about the recent paper launches, and what you think they can do going forward. Anyways, this is Trey 50 signing out.